Live, local, late breaking. This is Newswatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:30 on September 19th. Happy Friday. You're taking a live look at Mount Shasta by the Mount Shasta Resort. Welcome to Newswatch 12 this morning. I'm Carlos Murrieta. We're first going to start our day. We're going to head into day 3 of Newswatch 12 Samantha Cadera's special report on air attack. Today, she takes us a closer look at the commanders in the sky and the officers whose decisions can make all the difference during a wildfire.
Becoming an air attack supervisor takes years of training. They're the commanders in the sky, directing aircraft, guiding crews, and making split-second calls that can mean the difference between containment and disaster. I spent the day with the Oregon Department of Forestry to see why this role is vital for Southern Oregon wildfires. When fire breaks out in Southern Oregon, aircraft are often the first to take to the skies. From above, air attack supervisors keep crews safe and focused.
We're kind of the center of the Southern Oregon area, and so we oftentimes share our aircraft with the other districts as they need it. It's pretty crucial down here to share resources just because when one of the districts has a fire and we need to funnel things one way or the other, we can backfill pretty quickly, and we all know each other and work very closely together almost on a daily basis.
Air attack isn't just about flying, it's about managing chaos. Supervisors track multiple aircraft guide drops and stay in contact with firefighters on the ground.
We're the ones that can see everything, right? We're kind of the point guard from the air, right? We got to let people know when stuff isn't safe. We got to know when we see something that just isn't right, and relay that to the ground folks and our air folks.
That high-level view buys time for crews with boots on the ground digging line.
So it just provides that supplemental help to the ground crews. Oftentimes it buys them time to get to a fire, get access to a fire, and start their initial attack. Then it also gives you a size up ahead of time a lot of times.
It takes 12 to 15 years of experience to qualify as an air attack supervisor, a role that combines precision, safety, and leadership as Oregon's fire seasons become longer and more intense.
Yeah, ODF is a very aggressive firefighting agency, and I think being able to learn from that, even though we were aggressive, we can look in the future, learn from that past one. How can we be more aggressive but still maintain that safety that we need?
From the cockpit to the fire line, the coordination between air and ground can mean the difference between a small blaze and a major disaster. And crews say drones are one of the biggest concerns. If an unauthorized drone flies near a wildfire, all aircraft must land until it's gone, halting all firefighting operations. Reporting in Roseburg, I'm Samantha Cadera.
And moving on to the fire watch this morning, California Governor Gavin Newsom announced that fire resources are being pre-deployed across the state. Now this comes as dry lightning and gusty winds are anticipated, combined with tropical moisture from Mario. In the northern region, an additional reserve engine will be staffed per unit with 2 additional firefighting hand crews, and a strike team leader will also be staffed at every camp and fire center. These proactive measures also come as the state continues to recover from last month's lightning. And moving on to a traffic alert, Highway 101 will be closing between Bandon and Port Orford this weekend, forcing all drivers to take a long, lengthy detour. Now, crews will be replacing a culvert about 6 miles south of Bandon near Bear Head Mountain Lane. There are no local road connections around this work zone, so drivers will have to take Redwood Highway to the I-5 and then Coos Bay Roseburg Highway. The closure will begin tonight at 9 p.m. and is expected to wrap up by late Sunday night. The 2025 Montague Hot Air Balloon Fair is kicking off as hot air balloons will fill the Northern California sky beginning at 7 a.m. and will continue through Sunday. Joining us live from the Hot Air Balloon Festival in Montague is Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress and Newswatch 12 Danny Stepanovich. Guys, how's it looking out there so far?
Oh, it's looking pretty good. It's starting to get a little bit active around here.
Yeah, the music is going. People are up and about now.
I know, waking up finally again in the morning, and behind us, I don't know if you guys can kind of see, but they're laying out Smokey Bear. He's going to be present this morning, so we'll make sure to share that with you guys as well. But the most important part, well, one of them in my opinion, is definitely the weather this morning. We are starting out with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy sky conditions, but we're also tracking a few showers this morning as well. As you take a closer look along the coast, that's where we're seeing that activity this morning. Now, as we get into the afternoon and evening, it definitely is going to switch over and we'll see more activity inland. But starting off the day, the weather's not too bad, especially if you are heading out to the bus stop, heading out to the hot air balloon fair, or to work. It's going to be a little bit chillier, but we are just seeing most of that cloud cover. Now, in terms of high temperatures today, still going to be feeling pretty warm. We'll see those temperatures up into the upper 80s and 90s into our west side valleys, along the coast into the 60s today, and then east side in Northern California, temperatures are going to be into the 80s. So in general, pretty similar to the past few days. Now, if you are heading out for Friday night football tonight, we do have the possibility for some showers. Now, it's more likely to stay on the dry side into the Rogue Valley, but do be careful. We might see some thunder, we might see some showers that could put a little bit of an impact to your game, but in general, it is going to be staying warm. Now, into the next couple of days, we are tracking out more showers and thunderstorms into your Saturday, staying a bit warmer, but it will be a bit cooler into your Sunday, and we'll see drier conditions, which is great for your outdoor plans. It does look like your Sunday is going to be a bit better. And if you're heading up to Eugene this weekend, we are going to be seeing some nice conditions for that game as well. So we're definitely going to be checking in with that, but I'll have more details on your forecast later. But back here, we are joined with another person to check in with interview with Mindy, and I'll let Danny take that away for you guys.
Yes, Mindy, thank you so much for being here. Mindy with Pure Siskiyou. Mindy, you're putting on the parade, but you've also been attending this event since you were a kid, you were telling me. How does this tradition help keep ballooning alive in Montague?
Oh, it's so special to us. I mean, yeah, as a kid, I remember seeing the balloons in the air just on a drive into Wairika because we lived way out of town. And it's so special as a kid, but more special as an adult to get involved with it and see the behind the scenes and all of the work Montague Rotary puts in, our local businesses and their partners that make this happen. It's such a great way to show our community what's important to us, and it's the people. To have a family-friendly, free event that gives everyone access to this, including people who don't live here, who can come up, enjoy what Montague has to offer, which is open skies. This valley is stunning, surrounded by the mountains. We love it. We're used to it, but I'm honestly not. And I made it my entire goal to hype this up, this whole town and this area, because it's so special to Siskiyou County. So seeing the balloons every year, it doesn't get old. I look forward to it every single year. And it's honestly my official beginning of fall. Even if it doesn't land on that date, it's what tells me it's fall. And crisp mornings, it's so comforting to me.
It's rather close. It's on Monday too. So I'd say pretty much fall.
Yeah.
Yes, very beautiful. The first thing I said when I got here was, wow, the stars are beautiful. I'm from Phoenix. There's no stars in Phoenix. So very beautiful area. But a follow-up question I wanted to ask, what inspired you to really get involved as an adult?
I got more involved in my city itself, which then connected me to different nonprofits, organizations, and I realized all these things that I took for granted that just happened every year take a ton of work, time, planning, and effort, and I wanted to be part of that to make sure that as the people who have been doing it for years and years and years have someone coming behind them who understands what it takes and can keep it going for the future.
And how does this event help with the local economy and businesses and vendors from the area?
Oh, it's something that the vendors really rely on. It's huge. This brings in thousands of people, and for a town of about 1,500, that's a big deal. So people in Wairika, vendors come up from different towns in the county, but Montague specifically, we have the cutest historic street. We have buildings that are right next to each other. We have Shop Serendipity, Open Sky Gallery, and we have an incredible Asian bistro. So they're always there. They're on Highway 3 and they get good traffic, but this is a huge boom for them to have people come to town and check them out, see what makes them special, and support them.
Well, we can't wait to check it out also.
Oh, we cannot.
That's it for now. Back to you, Carlos.
All right, thank you guys so much. Looks like so much fun out there. But back to our news here. Medford City Council approved a more than $600,000 grant for housing renovations and services, which will be distributed between 8 local organizations. One of the largest projects is renovating the aquatic building at Jackson Park, which will use nearly $240,000 from this fund. Other projects include renovating transitional housing, rehabilitating rental units, and supporting services such as Hope House and healthcare outreach. And we're Checking back in with our 4 goats who are helping the Phoenix Talent School District clear some weeds out. The goats are moving behind the Culver Road soccer fields where they'll have plenty of blackberry bushes to chomp down on. Mia, Tia, Coffee, and Mocha are the 4 goats who are making school grounds more fire resilient. And Weed High School is announcing that their football game today against Oroville has been canceled due to a number of injuries to the players. Now, coaches made the difficult decision in order to prioritize recovery and safety. The school also says the health and well-being of student athletes come first. And tonight, as we see a slight cool down, more than 8 million birds are migrating south over Washington and Oregon tonight. Bird Alliance of Oregon is encouraging everyone to reduce their light pollution to allow migrating birds to follow natural light from the moon and stars. Not only does this help with migration patterns, but also sleep cycles, hibernation, and flowering across the ecosystem. All you have to do is turn off all of those unnecessary outdoor lights from dusk to dawn just for tonight. And tomorrow, volunteers can register to participate in Bear Creek Stewardship Day. Now, this biannual cleanup removes an average of 4,000 pounds of trash from the greenway between Ashland and Central Point. Volunteers can sign up to remove litter as well as invasive plants from the greenway.